All right, NFL Week 6, first look. It is a Friday, so kind of late in the week, but we actually still have a lot of news we're waiting on. It still feels really early to be building, but I kind of wanted to just go over mostly game by game. It's only 10 games, kind of share my thoughts, and then maybe run a couple of lineups and talk about a couple early like spots that I like, stacks that I like, and then try to think about higher level stuff like leverage. Um, yeah, let's just see what's projecting well. So heading over to the solver here. Let's go game by game. So this first game, oops. This first game is going to be very popular. This is the Commanders at Baltimore. Baltimore off of that giant overtime win against the Bengals. Brian Robinson didn't practice today. Ravens do have a good run defense, but that is notable. He probably does play. I think Derrick Henry is interesting here. He's projecting for pretty low ownership at a pretty good value. And it looks like Lamar is going to be the first, second, or third most owned QB. Kind of weird to see Lamar be double the ownership of Jaden. I don't really like this game. I thought I was going to like this game, like stacking it. It's just really tough. Like, who do you stack Jaden Daniels with other than McLaurin? And I think McLaurin's fine, but don't really like any of his other pieces. It looks like Noah Brown's out, and it looks like Bateman's hurt, but gonna play as of now. Again, this is Friday. I thought Mark Andrews would rate a little bit better at 3,900, but he doesn't as far as value. So yeah, I don't know. I kind of like playing like maybe a skinny stack here. I don't really like playing the QBs here. I think they're too expensive. I don't know. I'm not really sure what to do here. I kind of liked Bateman before he popped up with a groin injury. Otherwise, he'd actually be projecting a little bit better. I think Zay's like okay. But this game actually isn't catching as much ownership as I thought. I think it's because money is still pretty tight as of now. So let's go to the next game here. Cardinals, Packers. I think this is the highest game total. I mean, these are really high team totals here, 27 and 21. I like Jacobs. They are a O-line, D-line mismatch. Cardinals D-line is ranked 32nd, I believe. I also like Kraft, especially with Musgrave on IR, even with the price hike. He's going to come with ownership. And then on the Arizona side, I think I only really like McBride. I still think McBride can like blow away the tight end position, put up 21, have everything else dud, and like you just need McBride. But the slate actually doesn't feel like raw points slate. It feels like a like salary points per dollar slate. So Packers, I like Jacobs, I like Reed, and I like Kraft. And I think Wicks is okay. But the thing about this game as well, Christian Watson may play. They have him out right now. I think he plays. And if he plays, that really hurts Wicks. But that could actually help the overall offense. That could help Jacobs. That could help Reed. So yeah, I do like pieces of this game. Let's go to the next game. I thought I was going to be playing Tank Dell this whole week with Nico out. I really like the Texans defense. They are the biggest mismatch in Thorne's O-line, D-line. They actually rate out as the #1 D-line, and the Patriots have the 32nd O-line. Yeah, so that may just be the windmill. Rookie quarterback, first start. Yeah, I do think Xavier Hutchinson's interesting. Kind of surprised he's not rating out a little bit better at 3,300. And then Stroud's just not great for fantasy. I don't think I want to play Antonio Gibson, even with Ramondre out. Sorry, could not mute my mic in time. Yeah, so this is looking like probably just the defense for Texas in my player pool, or Texans. I'll probably keep Tank Dell. Yeah, I think Christian Gonzalez. There's like literally 2 cornerback matchups that I care about, and it's Christian Gonzalez on the Pats and Patrick Surtain on the Broncos. And I think Diggs gets a lot of Gonzalez. I think we actually see Nixon play, but it's probably like ease back in, Pierce, Nixon. I'm not sure. Mostly this game's a complete avoid. This will probably be like a leverage piece or like a high level strategy, figure out the puzzle of the slate. How do you play this game? Do you just windmill in the Bucks D and forget about it? You know, is Rachaad White healthy? That's actually kind of interesting. So we're still waiting on that. I don't want anything to do with the Saints. I don't want to play Spencer Rattler. This 5% numbers to me just wrong. I think a lot of the pros are going to put in these like cash lineups where they basically just run Rattler naked and then play a bunch. They just play chalk everywhere, maybe like one pivot. I think it's doable. I think Rattler skinnies are doable. I think Rattler and then like a couple pivots off the chalk is doable. I don't know. I don't think I want to do that though. So yeah, for me, this just basically comes down to Buccaneers D and I guess Bucky Irvin if Rachaad White's out. So yeah, let's move to the next game. Was kind of upset to see Hurts coming in at the highest owned QB. I'm not sure if that's going to stick for Sunday, but he's rating as the highest owned QB, and all of his pieces are ranking out terrible value. Like, doesn't make sense to me. Like Goddard's not even catching ownership. Who were they like? AJ Brown's not catching ownership. Smith's not taking ownership. Like these ownership numbers are just wrong. So that's something that I'm just kind of waiting on. I do like Barkley. This is on the O line. It's not on the O line D line mismatches, but the Cleveland D line's banged up. They're worse against the run than you would think, and the Eagles have like a top O line. I think they're number 1. The D line is good for the Browns, but they're not as good against the run as you think. And this could just be like a massacre. This could just be like a Eagles DST, Barkley. But I also like AJ Brown. And if I play Hurts, I guess I'd also like Smith and Goddard. But maybe they're getting dinged because of the Q tag. The ownership numbers don't make sense to me here. So let's go to the next game. This is now my new favorite stack. Pollard's coming in as the highest owned running back. I think I can play that chalk through a Richardson stack, who I think is being dinged. I think Downs is being dinged, but I think Downs should be way more owned. I think Downs should be way higher priced. I think Downs is one of the best values on the slate. And I wish Richardson was cheaper. It's funny that I think they priced Flacco and Richardson the same price, which is insane. I'm a little bit worried about this game being like 17 to 21 or something, or even like nastier than that. But I'm kind of hoping that the Titans can just run all over the Colts, and then Richardson has to throw a lot to Downs. Maybe that's too wishful thinking. I do even think Mitchell, because he's so cheap, even though like I would typically want to only do a skinny with A-Rich, I think Mitchell and then I think let's actually look at the Colts splits here. Let me share this tab. So, you know, Mitchell's going to just immediately take on a lot of snaps because Pittman is out. It looks like, where's Alec Pierce? 5,400. What? And then I was going to look at the tight end situation. So Granson's losing a lot of work to Moali and Ogletree. But then again, this was Flacco, so I don't know if like Richardson has a favorite tight end. But yeah, 2,600 for Moali feels okay if we need the money, and Mitchell feels okay. There was a lot of like coach speak about Mitchell from their like, especially from Reggie Wayne, one of their coaches, just about him like improving. So starting something. Oops. Oh, you're not supposed to see me here. Let's go back to there. Okay, so starting my lineup, something like this is kind of interesting. I don't even think you need Mitchell, and I'm going to be playing like smaller field stuff where I think that's okay, but let's change this to medium field. Let's go to the next game though. Let's go to the Broncos Chargers, and I think this is just a clean play 0 pieces and maybe Javonte Williams. We'll leave Javonte Williams in the early run, and we're going to fade the rest. Maybe the defenses. I guess I should have said that, but there's some pretty solid DST choices this week. Najee, no thank you. I think Steelers DST is in play. Powers at 6K. All right, moving to the next game. Falcons at Panthers. London at chalk, Bijan at chalk, and now a late. First of all, he's been like, I don't know when he was filming, but he was filming like a commercial or like a movie trailer or doing some like side acting thing. Now he's got a late week hamstring. I actually think Bijan is at risk of sitting this game, and Algier against the Panthers would flip the slate on its head. But that could be the value that we would need. And then again, playing Algier with Pollard chalk feels kind of but with the Richardson like unique stack, I think I don't know. I'm getting ahead of myself here. We got injury news. With Bijan. Deontay's gonna play. That doesn't feel great. Drake London also doesn't feel great. So yeah, I think I'm gonna target Algier if Bijan's out. And if Bijan's in, I guess if he was low owned, he feels good. He is cheap. Hamstring kind of scares me. I think I would lean into it and play him if he wasn't owned. Now I'm kind of hoping that he doesn't play, and I just play a chalky Algier for value. And then this game is like the chalk tight end game, and like I think people are just going to stack Dak a lot and try to just somehow nail a Lions bring back, which feels really tough. I don't want to play a chalk Ferguson. I think if he was cheaper, I'd consider it. Yeah, I just think that's a bad DFS play mostly, especially if you're not playing Dak stuff. Yeah, so let me just run 150 lineups here with no rules. We'll force at least one pass catcher. I think this is going to be less Spencer Rattler. Maybe not because it doesn't like the Colts. Wow, it's just jamming in Lamar. What? How can it afford Lamar? Because it's just playing Darnell Mooney and Ray McLeod. All right, let's look at these percentages here on the right. These are pretty wild. Why is Andy Dalton in there? Where is Spencer Rattler? That's kind of wild. I guess it just doesn't like Rashid or Olave. And then it has more Zay than it has Lamar. So it's got a little bit of Bateman. Okay, highest owned running backs are Pollard, Bijan, and Najee, and Chuba. I don't like any of those except for Pollard. Highest owned receivers are Deontay, Zay, Mooney, McLeod, London. I don't like any of those except for Zay. Highest owned tight ends, Ferguson, Ertz, Otten, Hurst. I don't like any of those. Yeah, so this is shaping up to be a pretty fun slate. I wonder if the Sims are ready. Let's try something here. Let's do medium field. Let's do 20. Let's see if I can get any Sims. I don't even know if the Sims are ready yet. Okay, the Sims are ready. So we'll make another video when the Sims are ready. Oh, they're ready. Let's see if they have the 555. A 555 milli maker. Okay, so I bet these all sim well because they're high ceiling. Yeah, so what is the sim like here? Oh, I didn't lock anything. I mean, this is a ton of ownership. 227, 200. The average ownership is just like so high here. Top 1%, 3.4. Yeah, okay. A Lamar, Zay, Bateman double. No bring back. So yeah, let me see. Let me just like make one lineup for fun here. I'm not going to be that worried about like how it's simming. It's too early. A lot of injury news still. Like here, let me. The thing is, if I boost a Rich, like he's getting dunked because he's hurt, but I don't really want to do anything to the projection. I just want to leave him. So let's do what I was mentioning earlier. We'll just add Mitchell. I didn't think I was going to do Mitchell. I'm not usually a double stack with a rich guy. But you know what? Like Downs is gonna project better when they get the Q tag off. Let's do this. And let's also not play. Let's play McBride. Let's just not play Jake Ferguson. I'll give it a DST that I like as well. I like the top three. And then I also like the Patriots. Funny enough, what just happened there? And I like the Steelers. Let's just do that. I probably shouldn't X out this many this early, but those are my favorite five. I just don't want to get like a different defense for all the lineups here. Oh, I didn't put any salary restriction rules. We're not going to play Bijan. We're not going to play Deontay, and we're not going to play Chuba. So let's get those guys out of there. No Bijan, no Chuba, no Najee, no Kamara. Probably no Mixon, and no Deontay, no Drake, no Mooney, no Ray. Let's take Wicks out because I think Christian Watson's going to play. Okay, let's see. I don't think this stuff's going to sim well at all. I think it's going to think it's too low ceiling. Let's just run 20 of these for fun. Are any of these going to be positive? I think like 4. I think they're all going to be negative other than that. Oh, only one negative. So top simming lineup for the fans: A. Rich, 2 Josh Downs to Mitchell, bring back Tony Pollard. J.K. Dobbins, 1 off. That feels questionable. Terry McLaurin, Zay Flowers, skinny, love it. Texans D, love it. Trey McBride. Lock that one up, boys. All right. Talk soon.